Welcome to The Explainer! Today, we're taking what seems like a simple, lighthearted tale about a soapy monkey and treating it like the profound piece of literature it truly is. We're breaking down The Monkey Who Loved Bananas Too Much. On the surface, sure, it's a bit of slapstick comedy, but dig a little deeper with me and you'll find a pretty fascinating character study all about desire, consequence, and redemption.
Here's how we're going to break down Momo's journey today. First, the anatomy of an obsession. Then, the catalyst of chaos, followed by the irony of the goat, and finally, the imperfect moral. All right, part 1, anatomy of an obsession, the dietary fixation of Momo.
So Momo doesn't just like bananas. This is a full-blown, subconscious fixation. We actually learn that he even dreamed about them. We aren't just talking about a primate with a favorite snack here, we're talking about someone completely possessed by a singular, overwhelming desire.
I mean, just think about his daily schedule for a second. Breakfast, bananas. Lunch, bananas. Dinner, you guessed it, bananas. And then he goes straight to sleep to dream about them. His entire existence revolves around this one fruit, creating this closed loop of consumption that leaves absolutely zero room for, actual rational decision-making. Which really brings us to the core definition of an obsession, right? It's the absolute domination of your thoughts or feelings by a persistent idea or desire. In Momo's case, that desire literally materializes one sunny morning as a massive bunch of bananas hanging right outside Farmer Ali's house. The second his tummy rumbles, boom, all logic goes completely out the window.
Just one banana. He actually whispers it to himself. And man, doesn't that just brilliantly capture that fatal little lie we all tell ourselves right before making a terrible decision? It's the ultimate minimization. He's convincing himself it's just a tiny little transgression. But as we're about to see, the universe has a very, very different plan for Momorata.
Moving right along to part 2, the catalyst of chaos, the slippery slope of action.
Things escalate so fast here. Step 1, he spots the target. Step 2, he scales the tree for the heist. Step 3, snap, the branch suddenly gives way. The exact second that wood splinters, our narrative drastically shifts from a quiet story of internal desire to loud, downright chaotic physical comedy.
Crash, Momo plummets straight down. But he doesn't just hit the dirt. Oh no, he lands squarely in a bucket of soapy water. And that soap bucket acts as the ultimate catalyst for the chaos that ensues. It instantly transforms Momo from a calculating, nimble primate into an absolute, out-of-control projectile.
Now, how does the supposed victim of this attempted robbery react? Farmer Ali just comes outside, laughs, and asks, "Why are you taking a bath with my laundry, Momo?" That laughing reaction is incredible because it introduces a theme of grace and levity super early on. It's a massive contrast to Momo's total panic as he scrambles to flee the scene.
Let's scientifically map out this high-speed, soap-slicked joyride. Momo tries to run, but the soap literally turns him into and I love this description, a banana skateboard. At second 1, he's in the bucket. Second 3, he collides with a goat, getting a furious bah! By second 6, he goes sliding right into a chicken coop. Feathers flying everywhere, cluck, cluck, cluck. And finally, right around the 10-second mark, this entire domino effect of destruction screeches to a halt right next to his original prize, the bananas. Which brings us to part 3, the irony of the goat, expectation versus reality.
Here is the absolute pinnacle of the story's irony. The expectation, Momo survives his wild, soapy ordeal, smiles proudly, peels his hard-earned banana, and gets ready to finally indulge. The reality? The very same goat he crashed into moments earlier swoops right in and devours it in one massive bite. Just a ruthless, immediate theft of his prize.
The numbers really don't lie here. The goat walks away with 100% of the final banana consumption, leaving Momo with absolutely zero. Picture this. A soapy, feather-covered Momo staring in absolute shock at his own defeat. He endured all that chaos, all that physical comedy, for literally nothing.
And that leads us perfectly into our final section, part 4, the imperfect moral, Grace and Tuesdays. 2 fresh bananas. Instead of punishing this monkey for breaking a tree branch, ruining the laundry water, terrorizing a goat, and completely upsetting the chickens, Farmer Ali laughs so hard he just hands Momo exactly 2 fresh bananas. As he hands them over, he simply says, "Next time, just ask." That incredibly simple instruction represents pure, unearned grace. It's a profound kind of forgiveness. And honestly, it's that specific act of unmerited kindness that finally transforms Momo's behavior.
It's a really clear cause and effect. The action, Farmer Ali freely gives 2 bananas. The reaction, Momo nods happily and internally vows never to steal again. Simple kindness actually succeeds where the whole soapy goat-related trauma entirely failed. It's just a fantastic lesson in positive reinforcement.
And so, the text reads, "From that day on, he never stole bananas again." You'd think the narrative wraps up cleanly right there, wouldn't you? A perfect, clean moral victory. Bad behavior corrected, lesson learned, all is well in the village forevermore.
But then we get this brilliant little caveat at the very end. Well, maybe only on Tuesdays. This tiny, cheeky little line completely flips the script on that perfect ending. It acknowledges the real, messy reality of character growth. Momo learned his lesson, mostly. But that old obsession is still kicking around in the background, finding a little loophole for a weekly appearance.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to think about your own bananas. We all have our slippery slopes. When you're trying to build a better habit or kick a bad one, do you have a loophole? What are your Tuesdays? And is true change ever really absolute? Think about that the next time you find yourself reaching for something you probably shouldn't. Thanks for exploring this one with me today.